So you get the call that your friend needs a cake. They want not one flavor, but 2 flavors. And you also can't alternate the 2 flavors, and a 2-tiered cake would be too much cake. You wonder, how is this going to work when they just need a single tiered cake? Before you get too stressed about this cake challenge, don't worry. Baking 2 different cake flavors into a single pan is easy to do and doesn't require any special tools. So let me show you how. First, we'll need our cake batter. I have white cake batter and red velvet cake batter. This is optional, but if you want to portion the 2 batters evenly into separate measuring cups, you may do so. For this video, I'll be pouring directly from my mixing bowls, which you'll see later. We'll need a small kitchen towel and a sheet of aluminum foil. If you only have parchment paper, you may use it as an alternative to the aluminum foil. However, parchment paper is quite thin and flimsy and won't be as strong as the foil, so I highly recommend using the foil for this technique. Next, we'll start with a cake pan that's already been prepared with non-stick baking spray or parchment or flour. Make sure that the aluminum foil sheet is slightly longer than the diameter of the pan. Then we'll fold the foil into a strip like this. I like to keep the opening of the foil divider facing up to prevent an air pocket from being trapped at the bottom of the pan. Next, gently wedge the foil divider into the pan so that it fits snugly right through the center. Next, we'll take the folded kitchen towel and place it under one side of the cake pan, making sure that the towel wedge below is parallel with the divider. If the foil divider moves, shift it back into position. Next, we'll pour the first cake batter into the side of the pan opposite the towel. You'll want to do this slowly. The divider may shift a bit, but that's okay. Next, pour a small amount of the second batter into the other side of the pan. Gently remove the towel from under the pan and then continue to pour more of the second batter into the pan. Make sure that the second batter is an equal amount to the batter on the other side of the pan. Adjust the divider slightly as needed, then gently lift the divider out of the pan. At this point, the 2 different flavors are in the pan, so you can go ahead and bake your cake. Here's our cake fresh from the oven. It looks like there's more red velvet cake than white cake, but wait until we remove the top. Once the cake has rested for about 15 minutes, we'll invert the pan to remove the cake and allow the cake to cool to room temperature. Once the cake is cooled, I'll use my leveling tool to remove the dome from the top of the cake. And here's our dual flavored cake layer. If you're still watching, thanks for staying with me. I'm going to share a very helpful tip on keeping your cake organized as you layer it and cover it in icing. My cake is 6 inches round and I'm placing it onto an 8-inch round grease-proof cake board. I'm going to secure the cake onto this 12-inch cake board with a few loops of clear tape. By the way, if this video has been helpful and you've learned something new, subscribe to my channel for more videos just like it. Now the cake board is secured. Next, we're going to draw a line on the larger cake board to represent where the cake flavors meet. Then we'll label the flavors on the larger cake board like this. Now when this cake is spinning on a turntable and begins to be covered by icing, you'll know which side is which. And here we are. Overall, the process was pretty simple. Now you can serve up 2 different flavors in a single cake, and that is guaranteed to be a crowd pleaser. If If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more cake tips, tricks, and tutorials. A special shout out to all of my channel members, and to you, thanks for watching.